Whitney,
Heather,
bad weather, tornado, spin the truth, destroy.
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, everything.
Can I be honest? I've never heard of Salt Lake City. If I'm honest, I've heard of Utah, but never Salt Lake City. And now you guys are such a phenomenon. Everyone knows Salt Lake City is on the map, and so are you guys. How does it feel to be 5 seasons in?
Surreal. I never thought we'd get 5 seasons in. Truly.
Yeah, no, it's flown by 5 seasons, and obviously you must be young because we had the Salt Lake City Olympics in like I was like 14, so
2002.
You probably weren't even born yet. But yeah, no, five.
Well, there's age shaming. It's not part of our brand.
I definitely was. I'm just not very into sport, so I must have
Well,
just missed it.
Olympics. You know, people from Utah are very proud of the Salt Lake
I
Olympics.
was. I walked in as a little light girl. I carried the light. No, 5 seasons. It's wild. Yeah,
And I love that there's the OGs are still there. So like we've actually grown as housewives together. You know, we started it and we're still there. So there's like layers and layers to our relationships.
Yeah, 100%. What would you say has changed in terms of like filming from season 1 till now? What are some major differences?
I think that we trust each other more, but we also trigger each other more. Both, you know?
Yeah. Which is beautiful to see on screen.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I think that you forget the cameras are there. You're just living your authentic truth yourself. Yeah, it's more intense.
Yeah, and like these women, I understand and respect them so much more now than I did season 1, and like appreciate that like there are women in my life that I can give everything I am to, like all my rage, all my ambition, all my shade, all my laughter, and it's not too much for them because it's hard to find people that can dish it and take it. And like I feel like every single person on Salt Lake City Housewives is my friend because they bring the same level of energy to the relationship.
100%. For example, I can't believe that you two are on a couch together right now, given how last season went, but that's just how it goes. You got like, that's family. You guys really are family, but even in terms of housewives as friends, it's like that's how the dynamics are. You kind of get into it and then you repair it and then you move on, which is life, you know?
Yeah. Recovery is the most important part, like not the fighting, but the recovery.
Well, yeah, and I think no one loves harder and fights harder than family.
Yeah, 1000%. Which other Housewives franchises do you watch?
I watched Dubai, I watched OC, I watch New York, I watch New Jersey.
So all of them.
Nice.
We are Housewife fans.
I love all these women. They're so cool and dynamic and different, and I feel like each franchise brings its own flavor, and I just respect and
Well, it's
love
kind of like a
television.
sisterhood, right?
That's all I do.
Love the genre.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
love the
so-
genre. I respect all forms of the genre.
Well, and it's a sisterhood. You understand what each other are going through. Like, it's cool.
And you also have to watch so you don't repeat the same outfits.
Yes.
It's a small pool of designer clothes. Oh, there's only so many Gucci tracksuits in the world, you know?
I'm always seeing outfits repeated in from some different cities.
Well, we inspire a lot of people in Salt Lake City to copy our looks.
You guys are the best dressed city. I have to
What?
1000%.
Really?
But no, that's a huge
Do you know
opinion.
that we only have one designer store in Salt Lake City, and it's a Louis Vuitton? One.
It's, of course.
That's
Louis.
it. And they don't
Everything
even
we
have
buy
clothes.
is
They have
online.
shoes,
Yeah.
no clothing. Everything else we have to like shop online for. That's how
Or
good we
travel
are. That's
for.
how good Salt Lake City is.
Yeah.
A landlocked,
Yeah.
fashion deprived state.
We
is
landed
showing up.
yesterday and went straight to the mall. Well, after we did the zoo, kangaroos,
Yeah.
sea life,
Yeah.
yeah.
And had a meat
But-
pie, a sausage roll.
But we're like, shopping.
Saw a lungfish that's 2,000 years old and the
penguins. We saw
Oh yeah, the
penguins.
penguin encounter.
Nice.
Then we went to the mall to buy some designer clothes.
Nice. Yeah, I hear that a lot that we've got like particularly good shopping here.
Oh,
which is
phenomenal
nice.
shopping! And Australian designers are the best.
Yes.
Like they're my go-to. One of my first confessional look is a designer, an Australian designer.
Alex Perry.
No, Age, Age,
yes.
AJE.
Yeah,
How do you say it?
Nice. I think
We
it's
love
Age.
Beckenbridge,
It's
Beckenbridge.
AJE. I love them.
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman,
Yeah. Awesome.
Christopher Esber. Send me stuff. I'm a 10.
You look amazing, by the way. Both
Thank
of
you.
Who are some particular housewives from other cities that you're close with?
I'm super close with Alexia and Marisol from Miami. We did Ultimate Girls Trip together. I love Ayan from Dubai.
Yeah.
You know, I have a special place in my heart for Emily Simpson. I absolutely adore her and admire her from afar.
Yeah, I'd say all the same people. I love Melissa Gorga. She's always been super sweet and supportive of me. And by unpopular opinion or popular opinion, Lisa Rinna. Like she's
Rinna Beauty.
She is like
her products are phenomenal.
She's been so supportive and amazing, and just gives me the best advice.
Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah, 100%. Are there any housewives that you've met that have disappointed you when you met them?
You know, every housewife I've ever met has been ridiculously dynamic and interesting and lovely in person. There are housewives that like you see social media and you think, oh, I never want to be on their bad side. But there's more, you know, there's mostly just women that you admire from afar and want to get to know.
Yeah, I think everyone's been really great. I had one weird thing at BravoCon, but it was a misunderstanding. We cleared it up.
With who?
Larsa Pippen.
Oh, what happened?
It was a total miscommunication. We cleared it up on Twitter.
Oh yeah, that's the best place to clear things up.
Yeah, and it's your turn to hold this.
I don't want to hold the accessory mic. Put it in my Barbie hand.
Nice.
No, all the
City
housewives.
Barbie.
I think that the housewives have like a mutual respect for each other. It's so cool. Like BravoCon's the best. Just being in like the back of the house and running into each other. It's it's
back
amazing.
on next year. Have you ever come across the Real Housewives of Sydney or Melbourne?
Not in person, but
have you watched the shows?
just huge fans.
Yeah, we love them. They're amazing.
Yeah, really? Do you know? Have you watched the shows at all?
I just didn't see the clips on
clips, yeah.
social
Oh,
media.
Yeah,
How do we see anything these days?
How do we
Totally.
consume?
They're
The long form format is dead.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all, you know, snippets.
Yeah, no, true.
Yeah.
true,
But
true.
they bring like the cutting shade.
Yeah, we're pretty
We
spicy.
should learn,
Are
watch
you
and learn.
spicy? Because I feel like Australians are the nicest people I've ever met.
I think they're super nice to you, but maybe to each other, perhaps.
But I control. I mean, I've been like being mean to Steve all day, and he's laughing and taking it, isn't he? So you have healthy senses of humor.
We can take a
Like
joke.
you can
We
take a
the
joke.
shade.
Like
Yeah.
at the border, like customs officers were making jokes, and like we were having a good time, and I was like, you can't make a joke at the border with us.
LAX is the scariest.
Terrifying,
place on
right?
Earth. I get
Right?
pulled aside every time.
No,
It's
I left with like 3 phone numbers and a dinner date. I had the best time crossing your border. I would do it every day and twice on Sunday.
amazing. I love that. Who are some celebrities or interviews from any city that you think would make excellent housewives? Anyone that you've seen like on social media and been like, you'd be good on the show.
Oh my gosh, so many people. But the problem is when you think they'd be good on the show, you're also like, but not mine. That's terrifying. You know?
I mean, Cardi B.
But I like see women that were young and single in reality television that now are married or are mothers, and like Lala Kent, she's from Utah, Lauren from Utah. You know, I would love to see her roll her double stroller up and just give us a run for our money.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
Yes, 100%. Speaking of celebrities, I'm not sure if you saw the other day, Rihanna gave you guys a shout out. How did that feel?
We're huge fans of Rihanna since season 1. She's always been so supportive, and just she's like the feminist icon. We have a giant oil painting of her at my business, Beauty Lab and Laser. And just any time that she acknowledges that we exist, it's like, what?
Yeah.
You know, it just doesn't
She's actually
compute.
a fan of weather. We've actually both had a DM exchange with her, and she's liked some of our posts.
Yeah, she likes bad weather.
She likes bad weather.
Nice.
And
who wouldn't?
she's like I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah, that's how you know
Yeah, I
you're
love
on the
her.
map.
Yeah.
Like,
Who's not obsessed with Bad Gal Riri? Honestly, everyone
know.
loves her. She's
Totally. Okay, I have to ask, did you expect for the proof receipts timeline moment to go as globally crazy as it did? How did that all come to be? Did you like rehearse that in the mirror the night before?
Yeah.
Like,
Have
that
you
was
ever seen a cast
incredible.
trip? There's like not 1 minute to even like, you're like fueled by alcohol and lack of sleep. I don't think we felt the power of that night. And now when we hear the quote, like for me, I still kind of get the chills because it was just like a really crazy moment.
Yeah. Well, we get trolled online all the time. Like we get so much love, but there is a side of it that you have the haters, the trolls, very small percentage of the audience, right? So we know it's happening, and to be able to actually come face to face with one who is in your group.
Yeah.
Who you had cried with and laughed
Yeah.
with and championed and bought presents for.
I think that's where the passion came because it's like we could finally
Face them.
like face someone,
Totally.
right?
And
Instead
I
of a
felt like I
keyboard
was-
warrior.
It must
Yeah.
be the ultimate fantasy for you almost to finally be like, I can, after having experiencing trolls for years, to finally approach the heckler. Really.
Well, I don't think it was a fantasy, but when it happened, like we all felt the power of it, and it really, really bonded us. So we started this last season just in a different place than we'd ever been.
Yeah, totally. Thank you so much, ladies. Now I have one final request.
Yes.
Could you pretty please do the proof receipts into the camera for me?
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, fucking everything!